Happy bank holiday, guys. Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing, as you'll have seen in the thumbnail, a wash with some Autoglym products. So I'll quickly run them through and then we'll press on. Not going to mess about today. So first of all, we're going to be using the advanced all wheel cleaner, which is the new fallout based wheel cleaner. So it says for optimal performance using a dry wheel. So we'll do that, leave it to dwell for 2 to 4 minutes. Agitation may be required, so we'll try it as just a spray on and rinse off, and then we'll probably do an agitation as well. So that's for the wheels. And then pre-wash, we're literally just going to use the all-purpose cleaner, which is a ready-to-use product. So we'll use just that. We're not going to snow foam it or anything like that today. For the wash, we're going to be using the foaming car wash. So it says, shake well, pour 2 capfuls into a bucket and add 10 litres of warm or cold water. So we're just going to use cold water. I've got bucket's going to be about 15 litres, so I'll put 3 capfuls of that in. Then once we've washed it, we're going to use the rapid ceramic spray. So you can use this either on a dry car or a wet car. So we're going to use it on a wet car, and I'm going to couple it up with the Insta-Dry Vi-Leader cloth. So that's for protection. Finishing touches, fast glass, straightforward. And then we'll use their instant tyre dressing. So you can put this, so you can use this on wet or dry rubber. So pretty nice product, leaves a good finish. Just before we get going, just a couple of words about Autoglym. If you don't know much about them, you might be abroad or whatever and you've never seen them before. Autoglym are one of the sort of oldest British brands, an absolute monster in car care. You'll literally see these everywhere you go. You can purchase them from so many different places and car shows and stuff like that. You'll literally see Autoglym everywhere because they've been around for so long. And then just one last thing to notice, and I don't know if anybody who's watching may know the answer, but it seems so on the top here of the bottle they've got the royal stamps, but on the new bottles they don't. So I'm just unsure whether the change from Queen to King has meant that all the royal warrants have to be sort of renewed or whatever. So that'll be quite interesting if anyone knows about that. Just pop it in comments. So yeah, let's crack on. We'll get this wash done and then I'll catch you at the end. Okay, so first up we're going in with the advanced wheel cleaner. So this is a fallout remover based wheel cleaner, and it's quite a gel product. The only criticism I would have of it was the trigger didn't seem to dispense enough product, but as you can see here, it's reacting really quickly. And onto the tyre, we're just going to use the all-purpose cleaner, which is a ready-to-use product, and also in the wheel arch as well. So the brush of choice for the tyres, which I'm just dipping into a solution of Squid ink wheel shampoo, is the Alien Magic tyre scrubbing brush. As you can see, quite a lot of old dressings, grime coming out of this tyre. So it's a really capable all-purpose cleaner and also a really, really good tyre scrubbing brush. We're just going to rinse that brush off before we dip it back in the bucket. And then we're just going to use the Vican soft wheel face brush to get into the front wheel arch. So as I mentioned earlier, the instructions on this product say it's best used on a dry wheel. So that's exactly what I've done in this instance. Now for me, that's not the way that I would use it. I'd much prefer to rinse the wheel off first just to knock off any of the loose grime and then use the wheel cleaner. I find you get
the most out of a product that way. But we're going to do it that way on this wheel, and then on the second wheel we're going to rinse it first to see if there's any real difference. But as you can see, we're rinsing this off. We've actually done a really good job. Just a couple of little bits where it's not done much. But to be fair, I'd say that's quite an impressive product, and there's just a bit there. Yeah, I'm more than happy with that. So we'll just go in for round 2. As you can see, Trigger's struggling a little bit. And this time we'll agitate it with the Vicam soft wheel face brush. We'll get into the barrel of the wheel with the Maguire's microfiber brush. Really good product. I've had this a good few years now. It's served me really well. And then we'll just give the tyre that second hit of all-purpose cleaner. But as you can see, there's not really much coming out of it. So one hit of that all-purpose cleaner seemed to do a really, really good job. We'll just rinse it off. And that's that first wheel done. Yeah, so onto the second wheel. And we're going to rinse everything off first. Although the wheel cleaner and the all-purpose cleaner did a superb job, without rinsing off first, this is my preferred method. And the reason I prefer it doing it this way is I find that chemicals can do the job better after a pre-rinse. Just get rid of that layer of dirt and grime, and then we can attack the embedded stuff. And on this wheel arch we're using the EZ Go brush, because this is a carpeted wheel arch on the back. The front ones are plastic, the back ones are carpeted, so it does a better job than the Vicam brush. It's a bit stiffer. Same again, all-purpose cleaner on the tyre, and then we're just rinsing off that first hit of the wheel cleaner. And then we'll reapply everything again and go in for the contact. Same process as the front wheel, same tools, and you're going to get exactly the same result. So yeah, all in all, the all-purpose cleaner on the tyres, absolutely superb. The wheel cleaner itself is fantastic as well. Something I'd probably use for tougher jobs, wheels that are really heavily soiled. Okay, now for the bodywork, and we're going to be using the all-purpose cleaner, and again, dry section, and I'm just going to put it onto this half of the boot lid. So I'm going to apply plenty of the product on, and I'm going to leave that to dwell for as long as possible, maybe somewhere around 5 minutes. And what I'll do while that section's dwelling is I'll just run round the rest of the lower half of the car. So while we're at it, we're just going to get into the fuel filler flap. And again, we're choosing the all-purpose cleaner. Sprayed some in, let it dwell for a minute or so, and then just a little bit more on this generic hog's hair, or it's a fake hog's hair detailing brush. Just agitate everywhere. You don't want to be getting dirty hands when you go and getting fuel, do you? So yeah, look at the dirt being pulled out there with the all-purpose cleaner. Again, I'm becoming quite impressed with this product as we're going along. And then I'm just about to commit a detailing faux pas. This is what you need to rinse these nooks and crannies out, and this is a shower nozzle from ACDR Detailing. I'll post a link to these at the end. They're really handy. So it just basically stops it fighting back at you when you're rinsing little areas out. And now we're just rinsing the all-purpose cleaner off on the boot lid. It's had about 5 or 6 minutes now to dwell. So we just get it all completely rinsed off. Remember, no snow foam today. And then with a fresh microfiber, we just take a swipe, look how clean that is. And then flip the towel, take a swipe on the other area which has just had a pressure rinse. And as you can see, there's a fair bit more dirt on there. But a pressure rinse is always handy. And again, it's something I like to do when I am carrying out proper details without testing products. I always try and pre-rinse off first, just to remove that sort of semi-bonded grime. But yeah, it's done a really good job as a pre-wash. So at the moment, this is looking to be a seriously versatile product. Now we're on to the car shampoo, foaming car shampoo. Smells amazing. Got 15 litres in there, and we just put 3 capfuls in. And you might notice I'm only using 1 bucket. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse the mitt after each panel with the pressure washer rather than rinsing it in another bucket. So for me, it's a really safe method. I'm always happy doing it that way. Similarly, applying the shampoo with the foam lance. So the shampoo itself, it's called high foaming shampoo. I wouldn't say it was the foamier shampoo. Another capful in there probably would help, but it feels nice and slick, smells nice, and it's an overall really good wash experience. So I'll be happy to continue using that product going forward, no issues whatsoever. And as you can see, we're just working top to bottom on the boot and the bumper. And then we'll rinse it off with a pressure washer just to remove any of the grime. And we'll just speed things up. It's just me walking around washing the car. It's not really that exciting. So yeah, I'll just speed it up. We'll crack on and I'll catch you on the next section. Rinse everything off, and then while we're there, we'll just do these door shuts. And again, we're going to rinse these off with those little shower nozzles. They're really handy. They're great for the door shuts. It just saves getting a lot of water in there. So next up, we've got this Leader Autoglym Insta-Dried. It's like a piece of cardboard. So I'm just wetting it up with the pressure washer. And it says with the detail spray or the ceramic spray to use the Insta-Dry with it. So ceramic spray, nice gold label, looks awesome. Smells great as well, like a fruity tropical scent. So we'll just spray this over the panel. Now, I'm not sure at this stage if I might have used a little bit too much, but it says to use the Insta-Dry just to spread it around, which I did, and it becomes quite soft and almost quite absorbent, this towel, once it gets damp. But I didn't really get on with it, and I'm not sure if I'm doing anything wrong with it. If anyone's used one of these, just drop us a message in the comments just to let me know how you felt about it. So in the end, I just swapped out to a plush microfiber. But you should be able to make out here, this stuff, this rapid ceramic spray really left a really nice glossy finish and a real nice slickness as well. And now for a little water behaviour test, and just look at that, great beading, sheets away really quickly, really nice finish. And onto the glass, and we're just using the old firm favourite fast glass. So it's a really great product, this. It's got quite a nice scent to it. It flashes off really quickly. No frills really, nothing overly exciting, as glass cleaners tend not to be that exciting. But yeah, this one just works really well. And I've coupled it up with the Simonized drying towel, which are from Tesco, and you can pick them up for about £3 when they're on offer. And I really like this as a glass cloth. I wouldn't use it so much as a drying towel for a full car, but for glass, they're brilliant, and they last for ages as well because they're quite a big towel. And we'll just whip round the side glass, exactly the same process. Spritz it on, spread it around, buff it off. Like I say, it does evaporate quite quickly and leaves a really, really streak-free finish. It's a real top-class cleaner, this. The product they've had on the go for a long, long time, and a product that I've used quite a lot of over the years. If truth be told, I've been trying a lot of different brands, as you're well aware, but coming back to some of these Autoglym products, been an absolute delight. Lastly, finishing touches, we're just going to dress the tyres. So I'm applying the tyre dressing onto a dry tyre with a sponge or a sponge applicator. It's like a spray product, so it's very, very thin, very watery, but a real nice product, really easy to use. You can use it on trim as well, no problem whatsoever. Durability probably lasts about a week and a half, something like that, so it's not massively durable, but they do a gel based product which will give you a further longevity. And on this one, we're just going to spray it around the tyre on a wet tyre. Just spread it across with the sponge, and then we're just going to leave it to dry. It's a little messy doing it this way. I did find it much better playing it onto the applicator, onto a dry tyre. But works really well. If you do get any onto the wheel, it mops up really easily, not a problem. And there she is, all done and dusted. And I think for an afternoon's work, it's come up really, really well. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.